You ever feel like you're running out of time? Like everyone's moving faster than you? Getting ahead, checking the boxes. And you're just stuck? You open your phone and it's everywhere. Someone's launching a business. Someone's getting married. Someone else just hit their dream body in 90 days. And you're just trying to hold it together. And somewhere deep down, this voice starts whispering, you're behind. You're late. You messed this up. But that voice, it's lying. Let's be clear about something right now. You are not behind. You're on a path that's yours. You're not on their timeline. You're not built to copy someone else's life. You're built to create your own. And yeah, maybe you didn't get the early win. Maybe you've had setbacks. Maybe you've watched others pass you by. But none of that disqualifies you. It prepares you. You see, life isn't a race. It's not some game where the first one to cross the finish line wins. Because what if they sprint and realize they were chasing something they didn't even want? What if you take longer, but you build something real? See, no one posts about the pressure. No one shows you the panic at night, the doubts, the moments where they don't know what they're doing either. You're seeing highlight reels and comparing them to your behind the scenes. That's not fair to you. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're becoming. You're unfolding. You're learning in silence what others pretend to know. So stop measuring your life by their pace. Stop letting a timeline that wasn't built for you define your worth, your value, your progress. You are not behind. You're right where you need to be, as long as you don't quit here. Here's something nobody tells you. There is no one right timeline, no master checklist, no perfect age where everything falls into place. And if there is, it wasn't made for you. We treat life like it's supposed to happen in chapters. Graduate by this age, career locked by that age, relationship, house, kids, success, all before you've even figured out who you are. But real life, it doesn't move like that. Some people find their calling at 17, others at 47. Some build fast and crash early. Some fail 10 times before they ever get traction. It's not about when. It's about who you become while you wait. And sometimes the waiting is where the becoming actually happens. The lessons you learn in silence shape the strength you'll show in the spotlight. Think about it. Some of the most impactful people on this planet didn't arrive early. They arrived ready. They didn't fail because they were late. They succeeded because they didn't quit. The pace that works for someone else might destroy you. And what feels slow to others might be the exact rhythm you need to build something that lasts. Because rushing isn't progress. Speed doesn't mean success. Growth isn't a race. It's a series of small, deliberate steps stacked over time. You don't have to leap forward, just refuse to stand still. And early isn't always better. Your journey has a different route, a different speed, a different goal. And it's time you start honoring that. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It matters that you don't stop walking. So stop looking left and right. Start looking forward. Where you are right now, it's not a detour. It's part of the design. Everyone's in a rush to win, a rush to prove, a rush to arrive. But no one ever asks, what are you rushing toward? You can climb fast and still reach the wrong mountain. You can spend years chasing what you thought you wanted, only to realize you never stopped to ask why. You can work faster, but produce something forgettable. You can be first to finish, but last to feel proud of how you got there. Because speed doesn't guarantee depth. What matters more than moving fast is moving with intention, moving with clarity, moving in a direction that actually aligns with who you are. In a world that glorifies hustle, it's easy to forget that mastery takes time. Real strength is built in the slow reps. Wisdom, that comes from listening, failing, and doing the inner work. Not rushing to impress people who won't even remember your name next year. What if your greatest progress doesn't come from going faster, but from slowing down and finally understanding why you started it all. We've been tricked into believing that fast is better, that if we don't hit it now, we'll never hit it. But think, if you're building something that truly matters, something you want to last, shouldn't it take time? The deep work isn't glamorous, it's not loud, it's not shareable, but it's the work that transforms you from someone who chases goals to someone who builds legacies. It's the part where you doubt yourself, push through anyway, and wake up a little stronger than you were yesterday. Don't be afraid to take your time. Be afraid of living a life that isn't yours. Be afraid of rushing into someone else's version of happiness, only to feel empty when you get there. You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be true. And true things, they take time to build. Look around. Everything you've been through, every setback, every detour, every delay you thought was ruining your life was actually shaping it. You didn't fall behind. You were being prepared. Every delay forced you to get clearer. Every setback gave you something school never could: resilience. You were building the kind of strength that doesn't post well on social media, the kind of mindset that doesn't need applause to stay consistent, the kind of patience that will carry you when hype runs out and motivation disappears. And maybe you didn't choose the slow route. Maybe life threw some things at you you didn't see coming. Loss, rejection, failure, start-overs, rock bottom. But you're still here, still breathing, still trying. And that counts. Because showing up when it's hard, that's what separates the dreamers from the doers. That's what builds grit. More than likes, more than money, more than timelines. That counts. Because at some point, you've got to stop apologizing for where you are. Stop explaining why it took you longer. Stop shrinking your story to fit someone else's comfort zone. Your story isn't late, it's alive. It's still being written. And just because someone else is on chapter 10 doesn't mean you're failing at chapter 3. And now you get to own it. Own the mess. Own the rebuild. Own the fact that maybe you didn't know what you were doing back then. But now you're ready, not perfect, not finished, but ready to build from here, to work with what you have, to stop comparing and start constructing. You're not behind, you're just beginning to trust your own pace, beginning to define success for yourself, beginning to realize you don't need to wait for approval to start moving. And sure, the world will keep moving fast, but you don't have to keep racing it. You're not here to be fast. You're here to be real, to be focused, to be undeniable. So take one step, then another, and another. Because when it's built with truth, when it's built with purpose, when it's built with intention, it lasts. Forget the timeline. Forget the noise. Forget the pressure to prove. And remember this, you are not behind. You are becoming right on time.